When I look back, my introduction to alcohol started from my college days, when I would drink beer and just hold the glass. It was a pretty harmless social habit back then. Everything seemed so much fun and I loved my life. As the time passed by, my drinking increased, both in quantity and in frequency. A time came in my drinking career when I saw things going out of control. Hello guys, my name is Anirudh. I am the founder of a big multinational HR company, also vice president at one of the leading IT companies, and that's not all. I'm also a recovering high functioning alcoholic, and this I think is my greatest achievement. There's a lot of stigma around addiction. Society shames an addict. Let me tell you, an alcoholic or an addict is not always someone who is without a job, wearing shabby clothes, or getting into frequent quarrels. There are millions of high functioning alcoholics like me in the world who wear suits and tie, attend board meetings, travel around the world for their business, and are managers and leaders in what they do, and generally are best in their fields. When I look back, my introduction to alcohol started from my college days, when I would drink beer and just hold the glass. That would help me sit and work for long hours, study for long hours. It was a pretty harmless social habit back then, and I would drink occasionally and just like the world does. When I started my career at a renowned multinational company, I adopted the so-called corporate culture: work hard, party harder. Fun, happiness, party, everything revolved around having a couple of beers or a few packs. Everything seemed so much fun and I loved my life. I always worked pretty well, kept my family happy, earning good amount of money, traveling around the world, meeting new people, growing in confidence, and had a big social circle. Everyone was so happy around me and most importantly with me. And the secret was those drinks that would keep me happy. During my drinking days, I never missed a deadline, always delivered quality work, and had impressive earnings. Customers, clients, and stakeholders, everybody was happy. Family had all the luxuries. But behind the curtains, alcohol was the fuel which was driving my performance. As the time passed by, my drinking increased, both in quantity and in frequency. A time came in my drinking career when I saw things going out of control. I would wait for work to finish so that by end of the day, I could drink, and it's a progressive habit, my friend. Gradually, my cold drinks were spiked with whiskeys, water bottles with vodka. I was drinking whether I was traveling or at home. I was drinking before the party, during the party, and after the party. Alcohol became the fuel to face the life actually. That is when I realized that my drinking is becoming unmanageable. And hence, I and my wife decided to look for options like a luxury wellness center, a treatment facility, or a rehab or something like that, which would help me put a break on my excessive drinking habit. We searched for luxury rehabs and wellness centers in India and abroad also. And I found a good rehab in Thailand and decided to go to Thailand also. But it was then that by God's grace, my wife found and called Zorba. And from that day, my life changed. Zorba had everything I wanted: comfort, world-class facilities, family-type atmosphere, and most importantly, work from anywhere option, which was required for a high-functioning alcoholic like me. At Zorba, I realized that life is more fun without alcohol. I was happy, full of energy, partying, dancing, singing, watching movies, having dinner, and much more, all without any need or want to drink. It's been years now since I had my last drink, and I never felt this happy during my drinking days. Today I'm high on life, and I chose to pass on this message to any alcoholic who is still struggling out there, that my friend, you are not alone. It's such a shame that there are still stigmas in the society around addiction, where we are not supposed to admit our excessive drinking, and rather we are supposed to recover in hiding. I think time is now to change both our addiction as well as our mentality as a society. You know what, last week I went to a Mumbai's 5-star hotel to attend an international business conference, and I met a few people over there at a cocktail networking dinner. Yes, you heard it right, a cocktail party. But let me tell you, now I don't feel any need or want to drink anymore, or to network or to become friends with people. I could proudly say to all of them that I am a recovering alcoholic who has quit drinking and is sober now. And everyone in the business fraternity felt happy about it and applauded my journey from being someone who would drink in excess to being sober. And the entire purpose of creating this video is to help anyone who is still struggling out there with their addiction, to give them much needed hope, connection, and love. It is just my small attempt to pass on this message to some that someone's life can be saved and their families can be happy again. Even if my message could help one person or one family, then I would think that this video has served its purpose. Thank you.